I'm here with Torfinn Iversen, who is the writer and director of the Kicksled Choir. Kicksled was shortlisted for the Oscars in 2021, and it was also a nominee for Best Narrative Short at the Tribeca Film Festival. Thank you for being with us, Torfinn.
Oh, thank you. It's
Um,
nice with you.
Kicksled is the story of a young boy who wants to join a choir that's raising money to help immigrants in his small rural community in Norway. Can you tell us what the motivation was for your film?
Yes, I grew up in a small town myself, in a winter landscape, very often going around on a kick sled. And in 2018, I read an article about some kids in Norway who wanted to give away some clothes to the refugees, but they were not allowed by their parents. And then I thought this is something we should make a film about. So we started to write the script and developed it for some months, and then we got it funded and we shot it in April 2019.
Tell us about the research you did for the film.
So yes, except from reading and talking with kids in this time about their experiences, I went to see several refugee homes in Norway and met many refugees from several places, Afghanistan, all kind of places, to see how they lived and how they experienced Norway out in the winter landscape, because they were very often placed out in very small rural areas with no cinemas and maybe just one little shop.
And they came
And
and they came primarily from warmer climates, I'm sure.
yeah, that's one thing, but also the kind of isolation feeling was maybe one of the challenges being there. So we shot the film at the film camp, which is a old military camp in northern Norway, which was also used as a asylum center. And there we shot the film and also met many of the refugees there.
And
We thought,
why did you
sorry.
choose to tell the story through the eyes of a child?
I have made many films seen through the eyes of a child, and I think there is something special about watching the films through children's eyes in a way, and also I'm a big fan of screening these films to the young audience and see how they can identify with the issues and themes in these films. So many of the films I've done has been with the protagonists who are around 10 to 11 years old.
And you just mentioned that you're touring the film around Norway. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, we have something in Norway called the cultural school bag, and that means that you get the opportunity as an artist or filmmaker to go around to all kind of places in Norway and screen the film and talk about it and meet the younger audience in the different schools. That has been very nice the last weeks to do that.
That's a terrific concept. We don't have that here. I
Yeah,
think European countries are much better at subsidizing the arts than, unfortunately, we are here in the States. Um,
kids are appreciating this very much, I can see, and it's also so nice to meet the audience. This because it was intended as a film for children first, and then we saw that it could also be seen by grown-ups. So through all the different versions we had, when I edited this film myself, and I think we had like 10 different versions, which I screened to different target groups and children, and through their feedback, we kind of ended up on this edit in the end, and we thought that was the way to tell this story. So
Interesting. Okay, I have one final question for our audiences. What is a kick sled?
that's well, how to say it, a means of transportation which is has been used for a very long time in Scandinavia and probably some other places too. Um, and you go on that, but you need some ice. And this, I grew up with something like this. It's you can transport children to the kindergarten, and you can go shopping, you can do all these things, and you can also connect them together, like in the Kicksled Choir.
It sounds like a lot of fun. Well, your film is incredibly moving and it touches on a real issue that I think many of us around the world are facing now. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. And you will be screening on Thursday at Shortcuts. And we look forward to everyone watching this to see the film as well. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.